Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about a new problem statement where we have to find the majority element in a given array. Okay. Now, majority element in a given is a element whose count is more than the size of half the size of the array, that is n by 2, where n is the size of the array. So its count should be more than that. Even if its count is equal to n by 2, it will not be a majority element. And so it doesn't matter whether the count is maximum or how much the count is. Its count may be the maximum also in the array, but it will not be the majority element. Okay, so let's consider an example. This is a array here, an example array. In here you can see that we have 6 elements, 1 2 2 2 1 2. Okay, out of 6 we have 4 2's. The count of 2 is 4, so 2 here is majority element, right? Suppose if I remove here 2 and write 3, so there is no majority element in this array. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept, what is a majority element. Now let's find a logic to calculate this. You can try a brute force approach or any other approach if you are able to think of that. I will tell you about the most optimized approach here. So in the most optimized approach, what we say is that we initially take count equal to 1 and we suppose that the first element that is equal to 1 is the majority element. I denote it by majority element m. Okay, so we say that initially our count is 1, okay, and the majority element is the first element of the array, and we start from second element of the array till last. Now what we exactly do is, if we found a, so suppose if the array or a, we start from the second element, and from there if that element is equal to m, that is to our current majority element, we say increase the count. Okay, if it is not, else then decrease the count. Now why decrease the count? Decrease the count means the next element is not the majority element, so the probability of it decreases. So the count increases or decreases according to how much, what is the probability, depends on the probability of the current majority element that we have taken to be actually the majority element. So suppose here we don't know whether 1 is a majority element or not, but we just say that initially we are just supposing it that it is majority element. If its count get increased, the probability that it is the majority element increases. If its count doesn't get increased, there is a probability that it may not be the majority element. Okay, and if count reaches 0, so if c equal to 0, we say that, for this we say that I just write this way, we say we change our majority element to current element and make our count equal to 1 again. Okay, so this is a very simple logic, 3 to 4 lines logic we have to write, and that's all. So in a big O of 1 space complexity and big O of n time complexity, we can find this solution. You can try to code this solution on yourself if you have understood the logic. Else let's move to our Eclipse IDE and write the code for this. Okay, so now we are given in argument we are getting the array. So we will have a count variable first, which will start from, which we have initially put as 1, and a majority element we will take, majority element equal to the first element of the array, that is 0th position. Fine. Now we will start this from I equal to 1 from the second element and will go till last, so nums dot length. Okay, and I plus plus. Fine. Now next step is, as I said, if the current, if nums of I, that is the current element, if we find is equal to majority element, then we are going to increase the count, so count plus plus. If it is not equal, then we say count minus minus. Okay, and if count becomes 0, if count becomes 0 after suppose we decrease the count here and it becomes 0, then we say that make the our majority element as the current element, or in other words, we take current element as the majority element, because the probability of current element to be majority element increases and previous majority element that we have taken decreases. Okay, and from here we return majority element, as simple as that. So I hope you understood this code. So let's try up for some of the cases. So we say that int array equal to let's take array that we have taken 1 1 2 2 2 1 and 2 and 2, and we write s out. Let's make it static to call it directly. Problem 13 dot majority element nums, not nums, arr. Okay, so let's now run our code. So we get our majority element as 2. Suppose we don't have 2 here, and we have suppose we have one once more, and we take once more. In the LeetCode problem also it is said that you will definitely have at least one majority element, so there will not be a case of not getting it. So we are not considering that case. You can write a code for the cases if there are no majority element. Okay, so in this case let me save it, let's run. We are getting 2 again. Just a minute, how come it is saying okay, we have not increased the count, so count also we need to initialize to 1. Okay, that was the mistake, so this was a mistake here. Fine, now we can see we are getting 1 as the majority element. Okay, so this is all how you find the majority element in an array, and it is a very interesting question that is asked in FAANG companies, in other product based companies also, and very interesting problem. Okay, so all this for this video. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.